Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and thank you once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the opportunity to do this Gundam Battle Operation 2 test drive of the newly released on PSN KShatriya Repaired. It has definitely been repaired. It looks pretty well beat up in a variety of ways, and cobbled back together. Definitely something in the Exia repair vein. I think it's like from one of the couple of episodes of Gundam Unicorn I have not yet gotten to, so I will have to look at that. Though personally, I think just for like fire control, if I was going to only have two of the four chest cannons available, I'd probably like align them just to make sure they, the shots were easier to control. But that's neither here nor there. It is a 700 cost general, usable in ground and space. Melee priority of 2, has space compatibility, so better slight tweaks to speed and boost efficiency and the like in space. 28,000 hit points, 30 ballistic resistance, 30 beam resistance, 34 melee resistance, range strength 40, melee strength 30, movement speed 145, boost speed 230, thruster gauge 85, turning speed 78. Close range slots 18, medium range also 18, long range 17. For the enhancement list, 1370 enhancement points get you 1 extra point of range strength. 2750 gets you +1 melee defense. 3340 gets you 100 hit points. 3940 gets you your extra expansion slots, taking you to 1918. If you pay DP and enhancement kits to break the first limit, it gets an extra 5 range strength. And if you pay more and get the enhancement value up to 11,820, you will get an extra 5% range defense when knocked down. So, not terrible. Okay, so the KShatriya Beam Gun is its main weapon. That is power 2300, heat rate per shot 75%, range 500 meters, that's good. Cooldown time between shots 3.5 seconds, overheat time 14 seconds. Let's see. Cannot utilize focused fire for increased damage, but staggers enemy with regular attacks. Yeah, so it's a stun. Hyper beam javelins, which seems to be a beam javelin just like kind of built into the arm in place of its original arm. 3600 melee power. Man. Cooldown time between swings 2 seconds. This melee weapon generates a spearheaded, axe-shaped beam blade directly from the left arm's psycho frame, negating special buffer reduction and providing a toppling effect. Okay, so yeah, it ignores buffers and knocks down with swings. So I'm not sure how that works, how a psycho frame influences that, but you can see it built into the axe there. So yeah, there you go. Okay, chest machine cannon, which is 50 damage per shot, 80 ammo, range 300 meters, cooldown time 0 seconds rather, reload 13. Again, cooldown time 0, very variable, so it may that we'll have to see just how fast it fires. Chest mega particle cannon ×2. See what I was saying about aligning the guns? I think it would have been a good idea. Wouldn't have looked as cool though. Power 600 per shot. It's firing twice, of course. Heat rate 25%. Range 300 meters. Cooldown time between shots 1 second. Overheat time 22 seconds. Focus time 6. Normal fire won't suppress, but has reasonable firing rate. Focused fire offers long suppression and can penetrate MS armor. Must stop to fire, but can move while focused. Okay, yeah, so it has heavy stagger and piercing when charged. Binder megaparticle cannons ×2. 1500 per shot. 85% heat rate. 350 meter range. Cooldown time 2.5 seconds. Overheat 30 seconds. Focus 0.8 of a second, and focus is required. Requires focus. Must stop to fire, but can act during focus. Focused fire causes suppression. So yeah, it does stun. Modified funnel. Ballistic weapon, power of 350, 12 ammo, which I'm sure it uses all at once. Range 300 meters, cooldown time 0. Maybe it doesn't then. Reload time 13 seconds. Hold down attack button to select targets. Release 2 rapid fire missiles at target. Trajectory adjusts multiple times to align with target's position. Okay, yeah, so it is a funnel. 3-barrel Sturmfaust. That looks ridiculous, and I kind of love it. Power 2100. I'm wondering if that's like for the whole bundle or each. Probably for the whole bundle. 3 ammo, range 300 meters, cooldown time 5 seconds, reload 15. Fires 3 Sturmfausts simultaneously for powerful explosive damage. Okay, I'm gonna put... I usually have my funnels here. I'll put the Sturmfaust here. I guess that puts the binders over here. If I get one for myself, I'll probably rework that, but that'll work for this. Emergency Evasion System level 3, which is very boost efficient double dodge roll. Does not come up to a triple, but it is double. Flight Control level 3, so you can boost in midair, and it will also have better thruster consumption when you do. Anti-Blast, so if you're right up on something, say you melee it to death, it will not get heavy staggered. Balancer, so it can cancel out a boost into melee. Ambac level 2, that is standard to space-compatible mobile suits. Yeah, moving in the same direction at the end of high-speed space movement transitions into cruising movement without decelerating. Improves MS turning speed by 3. Yeah, so that is words. Like I said, standard space mobile suits, it means you can basically, skip the braking animation at the end of a boost if you don't change directions at the last second. Close Combat Program level 1, if melee weapon is equipped, increases mobility and reduces stagger when hit by a ranged attack. Yeah, I think the Z-Zulu has that, if I'm not mistaken. Maneuver Armor 1, so you're harder to stun when boosting. Force Injector level 4, so very, very boost efficient direction changing mid-boost. Back add-on buffer, 35% damage reduction if you hit the big propellant tank things in the back. Flap booster, so if you hit the jump button while you're boosting, it can fly. Active guard level 3. Press the touchpad button to enter guard stance, which reduces damage taken by 80%. Negates stagger, but also drains thrusters. Can't be manually disabled temporarily after negating attacks. Can be used while stationary, moving, or landing. Not bad. Large utility binder level 1 reduces hit points lost from binder damage by 60% when hit by ranged attacks, and reduces and nullifies reactions. Also reduces cumulative damage reactions from ranged attacks. So, if you hit the binders, it takes less damage and less stun and build stun. Chest beam diffusion field, when using focus fire with a weapon installed in your chest, of which there is, I believe, one. A field is created in front of it. Damage from ranged beam attacks hitting the field reduced by 60%, and any reaction is reduced or nullified. After activation, boosts the damage and focus speed of selected weapons. So if you charge... so once that is active, yeah, you charge faster, and you... and they do higher damage. So if you fire the chest beam like twice in a row, I think that's going to kick in. Pursuit ranged auxiliary damage, so 15% extra damage to knock down enemies. High performance counter level 3. Executing a counter with less than 50% hit points triggers a special powerful counter that ignores the enemy's anti-melee modifiers. So yeah, another melee defense, or at least partially ignores melee defense to when you do a counter below 50% health. That's not bad. And Psycho Frame Light. When your unit is destroyed, hit points recover by 10% for all allies within a certain range. Damage recovers for all parts, and all status effects are cancelled. Also, NTD ability boost skills can be activated for all ally units within a certain range. If NTD is already in effect, time until Awaken recurs is reduced. Finally, enemy units within a certain range are temporarily spotted. So, man, this thing just basically does like everything for its team if it gets blown up. So that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, before we start, the new item you get if you do the full step supply drop, high grade propellant, increases thrusters by 15, max thrust by 10, and thruster recovery speed by 10. I'm going to put that on for a second. Yeah, so 15% thruster capacity. I'm pretty sure max thrust is, even though it's not showing on this, I believe that is top speed, high speed maneuver by 10, and thruster recovery speed by 10%. So, yeah, pretty sure that's what max thrust means. If I am wrong, please say so in the comments, because the ideal is not to give out incorrect information. We'll see how I do with that. And into the standard training ground. I hope I don't blow things up too fast to judge build stun here, but we'll see what I can find out. All right, so let's take a look at a few things here. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, very cost efficient to change direction with forced injector. I had more than half my boost used, so the enhanced dodge roll was still not enough to keep me from overheating. Let's see, and yeah, let's jump into the air real quick. And yeah, fairly cost-efficient air boosting as well. Let's see, active guard looks like that. All right, let's test out some weapons. 2608 with no type advantage against a Gundam that's 200 points down. Pretty fast build stun with the double machine guns. Let's try that real quick on the Zoc. Should be about the same. Didn't have quite enough ammo, so yeah, it takes a fair amount of ammo to do that, but let's see, that little bit of build stun. Okay, uncharged. Okay, it does burst fire, the chest particle, mega particle cannon does, and it's enough to stun a Zoc when it does. That's not the bad news. Okay. Charging. Okay, one single shot. That does actually stun a Zoc, so yeah, that should mean a heavy stagger on the Gundam here. Yep. Okay, and pretty good damage at 4536. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to fire that while boosting. Well, yeah, it's a must-stop fire, so don't even have to ask that. Yeah. Anything you can't fire while boosting just loses its charge when you start. Okay, this is the one that has to be charged. It charges very quickly. And not enough to stun a Zoc on its own, but you can, of course, combo weapons to do it. Let's check out the Sturmfausts. Okay, fires in sequence, does a decent chunk of damage. So I'm kind of assuming from that I'm gonna kill this Gundam and track down a new one, because I'm thinking that is gonna mean hit the wrong button. That if they hit in a series, then probably they do the really high damage I was hoping they do. We're gonna go check it out. You are not here. You are a Zoc. Well, Zoc's as good a test bed as any, I suppose. Let's find out. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1764 each with type disadvantage and its ballistic defense. That's about right for 2300 damage, I think they said it was. Yeah, so that is pretty good. Okay, funnel missiles. Can you launch them while boosting? Yes. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty... I like that pretty well. Let's see. Anything else to test? Well, I guess the melee weapon. We're going to go... Well, it doesn't matter because it's a knockdown weapon, so... That is the neutral. That's the right... Yeah, and it, since it has a knockdown weapon, it does not have any melee combo controller. And what does the downswing look like? It looks like that. Okay, good lunge, good damage. I like it. Okay, so let's see what is left. Test out. Let's take a look at the default counter, and then we will turn up the volume. Okay, good chops, 3119, and my hit points down to 40%. And that should activate the tackle skill, so we will try it and see what it looks like. Hold on. Just waiting. Okay. Okay, it has a gun in its leg. That's kind of great, honestly. I like that. I wish it had a way to use it other than as a counter. Like, it'd be great to just be able to use that as like a 2-hit downswing with your axe. But given that the Hyper Beam Javelin already has some pretty impressive powers, I can see why they maybe wouldn't want to do that. And launch the funnels in the air. They should, of course, also launch in the air while boosting. They do enough build stun to stop a Gundam. And yeah, like 2,800, I think, per on that. So, yeah, these are both stopped fire weapons. So, okay, yeah. That's one thing to be careful about with this. I believe. Yep. Okay, yeah. This is so. Here's the thing. To be careful with this weapon when you're boosting. If you have not come to a complete stop, that gun does not fire. So, like, let me show you. Let me do it on purpose, rather, just to show you. Boost forward, start the braking animation, let go of the button, nothing. Until you are totally done, the very floaty hover animation, that gun does not fire. A good way to tell where you're in the animation to test whether or not it will fire for practice, boost and hold down the button, and when it will start charging is when you can shoot it. So, yeah, that's good information, but yeah, that is something to keep in mind about that particular gun. Let's see, yeah, this one is another stop to fire, so same situation. You have to be, I'm betting you have to be totally done with your braking animation to make this one fire either. So, yep. Okay, yeah, so very careful using either of the charged weapons coming out of boost. You can stop your braking animation by pulling back on the stick, but yeah, you do apparently have to have come to a complete stop before that will fire. Yep. Okay, so so just caution with that. And okay, yeah, but feels pretty good. We'll see if I can make any use of the active guard skill here. But I'm going to turn on the AI, and of course there is no way to really show off the full skill it has when it dies, because I am here alone. So, okay, not a bad combo. It, very, very natural feeling in terms of combos. I'll give it that. It has like 17 different ways to stun something, and an easy follow up with that giant axe. So yeah, and yep, yeah. So, and of course it does extra damage to downed things, which is a good combination with the Hyper Beam Javelin. So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good 700. I think given the fact that it does, heal your team when you take damage or when you die, that is going to be kind of really useful, especially since it will also set off all your NTD suits. That's just wild. I will say, that it does, I'm reasonably sure that most of these effects are things that happened in Unicorn. Like I said, I have not seen the episode that the Kshatriya repaired happens in yet, but I've seen, clips and what have you, and seen people talking about it. And yeah, it seems very much like that would be a thing that happened, but I would imagine it happened more because of Marita's abilities than anything else. I ran out of boost and came out of guard just as it downswung me. So, it's just kind of weird that that would be a function of the mobile suit rather than the pilot. But for game purposes, it is a game. I'm fine with that. Let's just have fun with it. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more fighting with this, but yeah, it's very easy to combo with. It's very easy to knock things down and do extra damage. You know, obviously the funnels, which can fire while boosting, even in the air, are going to be your best bet for attacking or setting up an attack while boosting, because the charge weapons just not quite particularly good for that because of how they work. But yeah, just look how much damage that thing can lay out in seconds without much of any prep. You've seen me whiff enough combos. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hesitation too before it fires, even when you're not boosting, so watch out for that. Yeah, so, you know, stun to axe to beam gun to axe, perfectly functional melee combo. Yeah, this thing is going to be pretty strong and pretty easy to use, I think. Yep. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I like it. I hope I get it on my main account. I'm sure tempted to drop some more tokens on trying, even though I don't have enough for the full 7 stuff. You know, test my luck, but I don't know. You know, it's a tough call, but I will have to think about it. Now, yeah, that is the KShatriya repaired. Like I said, I like it. It's good. It looks neat. It does neat things, and again, you're not even seeing the full extent of its abilities because I don't have any teammates on this, so I can't show you, you know, the wide and generous selection of on-death buffs it provides to your team. And yeah, pretty quick re-ready on the axe, so you can follow up with a downswing very easily if you want to go for something simpler than what I did before. I wonder. Let's try this. Stun. Knock. Nope. Tackled me. I mean, bonus points to the Gundam for being able to pick that thing up and throw it down. But yeah. Okay, let's stun into axe, into shot, into downswing if I can. No, not going to be time for that, but I was able to do the neutral. I think if I'd been just even a half second later, that wouldn't even have worked, so yeah. Let's see, when my beam gun comes back up, we'll try something a little bit similar but not matching. Beam, knockdown, beam, downswing. It hits. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that is a pretty good combo, and by the time the enemy has gotten back up, your mega particle cannon will have cooled down. So yeah, this thing is going to be pretty great, I think. So that will do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2 test drive. We will be back with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.